Hey, it's Tyrone Jackson, Wealthy Investor again, and I just wanted to remind you that if you enjoy listening to the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast, be sure to share it with your friends all across social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you enjoy hearing about success principles that inspire you, as well as interviews with some of my most successful students, I want to remind you it's right here at the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And make sure you download as much free material as you want at thewealthyinvestor.net. I'll see you there.
It's time for the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast. Each week, Trading Stocks Made Easy demystifies stock trading and investing so you can profit big. And now, here's the host of Trading Stocks Made Easy, the wealthy investor, Tyrone Jackson.
Hey, it's Tyrone Jackson, and welcome to another episode of Trading Stocks Made Easy. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects is love, relationships, and money. You see, in the Wealthy Investor Program, I have the privilege of dealing with a lot of couples. When it comes to love, relationship, and money, I might not be able to always help them with their relationships, but I can help them with their money. And I thought today I'd pass on some of the things that I've learned from working with happy couples who've generated millions of dollars and the positive outcomes. Now, if you're single, I have a couple of words of advice I'd like to pass on to you. Keep listening. As you've heard me say on this podcast, for years and years and years, all of the money that you will attract in your life, all of the wealth that you will attract is based on your belief system. So if you believe that the only way to build wealth is to stay on the wheel trading time for dollars, then that will create limited amounts of wealth. Why? Because you only have but so much time in the week to be paid for your labor. Make sense? However, if you step outside of that system and you develop a bigger consciousness and you learn that what you really want in life is more residual income, then you can create endless amounts of residual income. So let me break that down. For some people, they create endless amounts of residual income through real estate. They buy one property, they rent it out, they wait for the value to go up, they save a little bit more money, they buy another property. The reason that real estate doesn't work for most people is because it requires a skill set like, changing toilets and roofs and furnaces. You have to really like construction to do really well in real estate, right? And it does take time. The reason that a lot of people who want more residual income turn to the stock market is because it doesn't require that you hire anybody. There are no inspections. You don't have to chase people for rent. And the stock market has made billionaires simply because you and I, when we invest in the stock market, we don't really have to create anything. We just have to follow Jeff Bezos at Amazon.com or Elon Musk at Tesla, and we let the great people do what they do, and we kind of ride along with them in the stock market, right? So there's investing, holding stocks, and then there's trading stocks, is what I talk a lot about on this podcast. It's the trading stocks, selling covered calls, that creates the residual income. So once you change your consciousness to trading time for dollars and creating residual income, your world, your external world, has to change because you've changed the energy, the relationship between you and the universe. Now, what does this have to do with love and relationships? Once you change and shift your relationships, once you change and shift your consciousness and you start expecting more residual income, your world is going to change and you're going to be around more people who share the same beliefs. And if you recognize that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars in the stock market creating residual income, why not have a partner in your life who shares the same beliefs? You see, when you trade time for dollars, it's kind of a limited perspective on what is possible. But when you shift your income to residual income, everything is possible and you can get off the wheel. Well, imagine if you and your partner were able to get off the wheel of trading time for dollars, and as a couple, you're able to enjoy residual income, then you would spend more of your life in joy and less in work. Get it? So this is really interesting because the question I'm going to ask you is, who do you attract in your life? What kind of people do you find yourself around more often? Are they negative people or are they hopeful people? You see, generally speaking, one of the things I have noticed is people who have hope create great futures. Now, when it comes to relationships, if you are single or divorced and you're hoping to attract your ideal partner, these days, a lot of people do vision boards and they write it down and they meditate and they visualize and they see themselves in a great relationship. Well, it's been my experience, if you continue to practice with vision boards, meditation time, thought, and prayer, you will eventually attract someone in your life who is a financial, creative, and emotional soulmate. Right? And this really has to do with the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back. However, a lot of people, when they're visualizing their ideal partner, they leave out their money and money goals with a partner. As always, I'm not here to preach to you about money being everything. Money just creates things and experiences. However, it has its place. Right? There's nothing like having a nice home, financial security, and a great retirement account. Well, if you're practicing reaching out or attracting healthier people into your life, don't forget that their money beliefs are really important. So, in the universe, like always attracts like. That's just the way it goes. As human beings, have you ever met someone and you said, wow, it feels like I've known this person forever? Usually because their most common interests and dominant thoughts are just like yours. And that feels familiar, comforting, and good. However, if you haven't defined for yourself, attracting someone who has a similar financial belief as you do, well, it's going to cause problems. So one of the things that I have noticed is couples that get wealthy together have a happier and healthy relationship together. Why? They're simply not stressed about money. Couples who have a similar financial vision, two, always better than one, tend to attract wealth even faster. Right? Couples who are willing to practice financial discipline, things like checking in on your retirement account, checking in on your cash account, and choosing stocks together tend to have more happiness. Money is a number one stressor for relationships when they break up. Every expert will tell you that. And I'm here to tell you, as an expert, if you and your partner aren't financially synced, you're going to have problems. So, here's one of the things that I've seen work with couples. When they decide they are going to become self-directed investors, they decide how slow or fast they're going to take it. Most of the couples that I work with start out with their retirement account first. Now, if you're familiar with the Wealthy Investor Sweep, which is when we trade Dow stocks and sell 30-day calls for guaranteed income, and we let dividends be deposited into our account, that is a wealth-building strategy that has proven itself over time. So if you're married or in a committed relationship and you have a retirement account and your partner has a retirement account, and you can both agree which stocks in the Dow you're going to trade once every 30 days, it's going to create cohesiveness and honesty and flow in your relationship. If you're dating and you're looking for someone to come along who, let's say, has a lot of money, guess what? If you don't have a financial plan, you will be out of sync with them. However, if you meet somebody who is on your financial level with the same amount of drive, clarity of mind, you're going to have a better relationship. You see, in this era of getting a financial education, it makes absolutely no sense at all, not to have a financial plan and not to attract a partner who is in sync with you. You know, we recently had our event in Maui a couple of months ago, and there were plenty of couples there who were in harmony. And quite frankly, every day that I came on stage, I was amazed at how these couples work together, plan together, and whenever they reached conflicts, they had a system that they understood that helped to create harmony. So their relationships, while I don't know all of them, were very, very, very inspiring. Here's the best thing. You can have your ideal partner who loves you to their core and you also share a love of financial abundance. Did you ever think about that? Right. How do you attract such a partner? You start in your consciousness. More on that right after this.
Want to increase your stock market trading profits? Then you need to start your monthly membership to WITradeschool.com right now. Don't understand how to write covered calls for monthly income? No problem. Simply review Tyrone's latest stock trades in our video library as many times as you need. WITradeschool.com is all about helping you get the financial education you need to earn money in the stock market and change your financial life. Tyrone Jackson, the wealthy investor, has helped his students earn thousands of dollars per month trading stocks online from home. These are people just like you. So what are you waiting for? Follow Tyrone Jackson's red-hot stock trades and investment strategies today. Don't wait. Start your monthly membership at WITradeschool.com right now.
Hey, it's Tyrone Jackson, Wealthy Investor again, and I just wanted to remind you that if you enjoy listening to the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast, be sure to share it with your friends all across social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you enjoy hearing about success principles that inspire you, as well as interviews with some of my most successful students, I want to remind you it's right here at the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And make sure you download as much free material as you want at thewealthyinvestor.net. I'll see you there. Money, love, happiness, success, and a divine right partner who shares your money beliefs. That's what this episode is all about. Now, how do you attract someone into your life who shares your money beliefs? Well, the first thing is you have to write down your money beliefs, read your list or see your vision board on a regular basis, so that when that person does show up in your life, you recognize them. If you're a woman, here's why your money thoughts are so important. Because there's a high probability that you will outlive your male counterpart, which means what? And I've talked about this on the show before. You're going to need more money. Women tend to outlive men. Therefore, practically speaking, you're going to need more Social Security, more retirement income. That means you're going to have to make a mortgage payment longer, maybe some cars, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to make sure that we understand that money has its place in life and that women generally outlive men. So therefore, if you're trying to attract someone else into your life who you love, you have to recognize that they should share your money beliefs because you're probably going to outlive them and you guys can build something that is fabulous together. So writing down your top 5 money desires right now is really important. So on your list, let's talk about your top 5 money desires. Maybe you want to have not just a house, but a house that is paid off. Not just a house that's paid off, but paid off by a certain date. Maybe in your money desires to create financial freedom for yourself, you want to retire not only in your home, but also have a second home that you rent out from time to time to create another what? Residual income stream. Maybe in your financial desires, that top 5 list, you want to be pulling, let's say, $15,000 a month from the stock market, working less than an hour a month. Believe me, that is very, very real and very doable if you understand how to sell covered calls. Perhaps on your list, you should also put down a $10,000 a year vacation or 2. I know I'm pushing your money beliefs here, but if you could take 2 vacations a year and easily spend $10,000 without feeling insecure, wouldn't that be a great life? You see, sometimes our money beliefs and our dreams are bigger than our logical mind will think of. But it's really funny because when I first started using visualization as a tool, I put down, hey, I would like to spend $10,000 on a vacation and never have to worry about the $10,000. Now, the fact is, I could take several vacations today, but that's how powerful our minds are. And I can take several vacations and spend, well, a lot more than $10,000 and not feel insecure, worried, or concerned because I know where my residual income comes from. If I can do it, you can do it. Attracting a divine right partner is easier than you think. So when you write down your top 5 financial desires, I'm giving you permission to go off, to dream big. Because if you're constantly revisiting those desires and giving voice to them around people who share your beliefs, the people you attract are going to change. So here's the beautiful part about having a loving, beautiful relationship with no financial stress is you can start creating it right now. The next tool I want you to think about is having a vision board, right? Today, we have so many ways to get images that really represent what it is that we want in our life. But what I found is a lot of people just aren't on purpose. So if they want a boat, they never really admit that they want to have a house and a boat. They think maybe someday or other people. Guess what? If you have the right financial vision in your life, you can have boats, cars, shoes, motorcycles, multiple homes. The problem of what I see in most people today is that we're not given the permission to really dream, to really go for it. And I want to give you the permission to dream and go for it. Okay? So start that list of the top 5 things that are really important to you. Put on that list that you'd like to have a partner who shares the same beliefs. Some of you in a relationship where your partner can share the same financial beliefs, but if you've never really talked about wealth, other than just paying the bills, you don't even know what their beliefs are. Start by putting it out there today because you deserve the best life possible. I was mentioning the Maui event that we have every year, and this year the couples were absolutely amazing. And what I saw was people who were willing to plan together, take some risks together, and resolve conflicts together. They had their favorite stocks, they had their favorite trades, and they were all making money in the stock market and ready to go to the next level. That can happen for you. All you have to do is keep an open mind, an open heart, and have some vision, and the universe will respond to that. One of the reasons I love doing this show is I get to remind you how powerful you are, how powerful and beautiful and glorious your thoughts are. And that's why you should stay away from negative people, right? Because negative people poison your vision, poison your dream, and we just don't want that to happen. So you got a lot of work to do when this show is over, making that list of the top 5 financial things that are really important to you and attracting a partner who shares those beliefs. Now, one of the things that you're going to have to commit to in the next 52 weeks is going to at least one wealth building event, whether it's on real estate, stocks, bonds, multi-level marketing, because that's probably where your ideal partner also is, right? One of the reasons that the wealthier are always marrying the wealthy is because they're all attending the same live events. Like always attracts like. So, how do you attract a partner? You start by writing it down, building a vision board, and moving beyond your comfort zone. It is possible, it is real for you to have unlimited love and unlimited wealth in your life, and that will all lead to harmony for you, your partner, and the family you create. Remember, in the universe, like attracts like. And you really can have it all. I'm Tyrone Jackson, the Wealthy Investor, saying thank you for listening to this very special episode of Trading Stocks Made Easy. Love, money, and relationships. You can have a life that's bigger and better than what you ever have been taught or expected. I promise.
You've been listening to the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast. Be sure to rate and review our show on iTunes. While you're on iTunes, be sure to click the subscribe button and you'll automatically receive our next episode.